What's up, guys, and welcome back to the Ty Deuce Gaming Podcast. We are rocking with you. How are you doing? As you can see, I was at it a little early this morning. I, yeah, I had to put the mask on this morning, guys. But nevertheless, we're back with you. We got some great topics today. We're glad that you came in. Other than that, man, welcome to the Ty Deuce Podcast, guys. Okay, this week was an amazing week for the updates that came along in Modern Warfare. Uh, Give me 1 second here. Okay, here we go. Yeah, so yeah, we had some great updates that kicked off this week. We're gonna get into some of those updates, let you know what really happened, what didn't happen with those updates. We're gonna get into that today. Okay, so some big things with that. What other big things happened this week? Other than that, hope you guys have had a great week so far. Um, we're over here working, we're grinding. All right, so yeah, right, yeah, we do got to talk about that anti-cheat update. We have to keep our eyes on that. You know, this could be a major problem that we have to keep our eyes on with the anti-cheat update. So we may bounce around that a little bit this week. We did hit on some great pointers on that last week with, a great point. Why not? Let's just put all the cheaters in the same lobby. Just have all the cheaters play the best cheat. Who can cheat the best? You dig? You know what I'm saying? So that was a good point last week. So we hit on that. All right. So yes, this week we got to talk about it, guys. You probably don't. In fact, you probably want to skip. Okay, getting the the PlayStation or the Xbox this year. You may want to wait a little bit to the beginning of next year, going into the early spring. So we're going to talk about that. We got some great tips in secrets about that. All right, so first off, let's let you know this is coffee. Okay, yes, it's brewing brown hot coffee. Now, right, and so furthermore, as I'm saying, the patch update this week is still in question. Did those specific improvements really come through? All right, if you don't know what patch I'm referring to, I'm talking about the patch 1.20V. That patch, we're going to talk about that. But before we get into that, guys, I'm going to be, in fact, I am greatly honored. We're going to have Carlos Gaines coming on in. All those Carlos is from the Deuce community. He led and put together the tournament. He is a tournament coordinator for the community. We're going to talk with Carlos Gaines today about the past tournament. There was a past tournament, so we're going to get in that, let you know who won it, how it worked out. We're going to talk about maybe some improvements with the tournaments, things like that. But Carlos Gaines will be with us, and we're going to have the winner of the tournament, of course, join Little Way 16. Yes, Little Way 16. Give it up for Little Way 16. He won the actual tournament. Right, so we're going to have him come in, get some of his thoughts on how he felt the competition. Even if did he see Carlos Gaines in? Before we get into the topics today, we definitely want to have them here at the beginning as we touch and engage, tip into the topics. All right. First, we're going to talk about that Xbox and that PlayStation. Do we rush that motherfucker? You know what I'm saying? All right. Here's Carlos Gaines coming in now. This coffee's good as shit, too.
Yo,
All right, everybody, welcome Carlos Gaines to the show. Carlos Gaines, how you doing, buddy?
what's up? What's up,
Yeah, we
everybody?
had to bring in before we jumped into some topics. We're gonna have Lil Wade 16 join us at the same time. All like we were saying, Wade was actually the winner of the tournament, so we definitely going to talk with him today. And Wade is also one of the community officers as well, so we're going to have him join us today. Other than that, man, how's your morning going, Looks? Did you get that coffee yet? I mean, what woke you up? What woke you up?
I got my morning coffee and everything. Yeah.
Beautiful. Okay, all right. So I'm on the same page with you. I'm actually drinking my coffee now. Can you see? Can you see my coffee on screen? All right.
Oh yeah.
Yes, I'm definitely on that coffee right now. All right, so we're just waiting on Lil Wade 16 guys to join us, and we'll move right along with the topics. Okay, and we're gonna bring Carlos Gaines in. There's Carlos Gaines, everybody. All right, Carlos, can you see yourself on screen? Carlos, can you hear me?
I don't see myself on the screen, but I still see you, so it's all good though.
Okay, yeah, you should be. Oh yeah, you'll see yourself in like probably like 2 seconds. Give me 1 sec.
I can't hear you.
Okay. All right. What about now? Can you hear me now?
Oh yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay. Give me 1 sec. Let me. Okay. Mic check. Mic check. 1, 2. Can you hear me now?
Oh yes, I can.
Okay. Cool. All right. So like I said, we're just waiting on Wade real quick.
Hello.
Okay. All right. And there is Wade 16 has joined the show. Hello, sir. Okay. Everyone's here, guys. So all right.
Yeah.
All right. So have you gotten your coffee in yet, Wade? Are you already awake? Or are you still sleepwalking, buddy?
Man, I've been awake.
All right.
Y'all
That's
been drinking coffee, I see.
Yeah, me and Los was just saying that we won't getting on that coffee tip. You think?
That's for old folks there.
Oh, come on.
Well, I don't want to be typical and saying like I gotta have my start of the day with a coffee, but if I was bougie, I go to Starbucks. I'm just saying. But anyway.
Is anybody still going to Starbucks these days, guys? What the?
Man, come on, man.
Really?
Everywhere they always going to Starbucks.
So,
like, can I get a pumpkin spice latte? Don't be stop.
No, wait a minute. Listen.
Ship most of their money over to China.
What?
Oh yeah. You hear about that? It's all over the news, man. They ship a lot of their progress over to China to make it cheaper.
And you said Starbucks is doing that?
Yeah.
Oh. I did not know that.
Well, they better start getting that coffee beans from Brazil, man.
So no, wait a minute. Let me get this straight. Let me get this straight. You're saying that Starbucks isn't going to be producing the coffee anymore?
No, it's like a research over there they're doing.
Oh, okay. So okay.
Yeah, but they spend money over there instead of spending it in the United States, like everybody else. Damn shame. Anyway. Damn sure is.
All right, it's a lot happening, man. Well, speaking of a lot happening, man, we're gonna jump right into these topics, man. And see you guys take on it versus what everybody else is thinking. All right, so word is, guys, that we might not want to rush in to get that Xbox and that PlayStation just too quick. All of the the day oneers are going to be trying to hype you up. They're going to be trying to charge you up to run out there and basically commit, you know what I'm saying, a console purchase suicide attempt, basically.
The thing is,
all right,
they have that problem every time they open up a new system. It doesn't matter what it is.
Okay.
There's always bugs in the first system, always, because it's always a rush to get it out to supply and demand, blah 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 blah. So what's new with this system? I mean, that's all it is. It's going to be another bug in the system.
Right. I agree with that. First week out, yes, it's going to that may be an issue. I mean, we don't want to really, place accusations directly on them just too early because hey, it's the first time for everything. They may actually this time get it right, but at the same time, you might think that is the issue, but there's really bigger issues on why we may not want to rush and go get these consoles, guys. Word is, okay,
Yeah. My thing with that
no, I'm
too
about to give it to
is
you now.
that
Yes,
just
yeah,
like
go ahead.
I didn't hear that.
well here's my thing with that is just like Wade said, gonna have some bugs. Gonna have
Well, I
some
didn't say anything yet. No, I'm sorry.
well, I know.
But I didn't hear nothing.
Yeah, all right, yeah. So this is what's going down, guys. Not only will you have to, of course, always factor in the issues with any new console, right? But with these particular consoles, they've already been having issues with the game developing for each of the consoles since February of this year. Some even dating back to December of last year, is having to push back release dates for games for the systems. Now with Xbox, they are leaning on the fact that they may have the new Halo franchise game come out for it, but all of the other games will be delayed due to already pre-existing delays. Now with the crisis, it's going to push those developments of those games for the new consoles maybe until another 6 to 12 months. So maybe you may not you may get the new PlayStation or the new Xbox, and you're playing one new game for it for almost another year. Do you guys understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So this is
I'm not
one of
saying
the
it's
key
still
target
nothing new.
points that they're shooting at to say that, hey, you might not want to rush up there and get the consoles too fast. What do you think about that, Wade?
I'm gonna get it.
Or do you
I ain't
think
never
it
bought a
even
Gen 1.
matters?
Yeah. I've never bought a Gen 1, and I'm gonna do it this time. Because hell, I'm not worried about it in reality, because with the new system, their servers and processors are just as equivalent as a PC. So they would just, unless it's actually having to swap out a part, they would be able to fix it online just like they can a PC system. It'd be nothing but an update.
Right. It seems that the main issue that they're really concerned about is just the new games for the new systems. For an example, the Outriders, Gods and Monsters, perhaps. Games like that won't have a release for the new systems. Hellblade 2. They're making a new Hellblade 2 for the Xbox, etc. I think that might be a PlayStation game too. Am I right about that, Lowe's, or am I wrong?
Yeah, you're right.
Hellblade 2
here's what I'm
is
thinking.
Hellblade 2 is on PlayStation.
I may have to do some research on that too.
Isn't
But
an
from what
exclusive
I
game to
understand,
PlayStation is what I'm asking.
not that I don't know. I don't know. Like I said, I have to do my research
I
on
don't know
that.
nothing about that.
Right. So what I'm trying to say is, okay, they got a Masquerade, Bloodlines 2. Yeah, this for this Xbox Series. Oh, yeah, and the PlayStation 5 exclusive. So it just seems that they're more worried about being able to release the newer games for those systems versus anything else being an issue with getting the systems this holiday. So that's what I'm getting from that.
Yeah, because the thing is that they're trying to think of everybody being at the house right now and supply and demand, and they all know kids are going to be at the house, and mom and daddy got extra money from the government. So like, okay, let's hurry up and put it out. We'll fix it later, and let's go ahead and get our money. That's all it is, man.
While the getting good, yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right, Los, you got
Get
any
it
closing?
now, and don't
Go
wait.
ahead, man.
Oh, that's it. It's all about money.
This is a big fact.
That's what it's always been about.
Did you have any closing comments on that topic, Carlos, before we move to the next topic, sir?
I ain't got nothing to say. Just like I said, money is basically almost everything that evolves around this whole world. To be honest. crazy.
All right. So now with this week, we had probably one of the biggest updates in Modern Warfare that we've seen in a long time, guys. I'm talking about 18 gigs. I believe PlayStation probably they were at 13. They were at 13 gigs at this last update. So with an update being so big, taking up so much stress on the Pacific, the internet networks, and so much and so forth. The question now is, did the updates do what they said they were going to do? All right. For an example, it was supposed to fix the gunsmith custom loadouts not appearing in matches. Right. There's still complaints about the gun not showing up after the update, guys. They were supposed to remove the most wanted contracts from Warzone and add a bounty contract back, adjusting the timer from 10 seconds to 15 seconds in a 3v3 crank. Hey, I didn't know crank was 3v3, but it
I didn't know
is.
that either.
Yeah, they had it for once. They took it out. Then I think they're trying to do it again. Try to bring it back.
So they got rid of plunder.
No, they never got rid of plunder. No.
All right. For those that play infected out there, you got an adjustment. Your adjustment actually did go through this update. It actually did work for you. If you play infected, adjusting out of bounds timer was made for you. You have that done. Your match start timer in affected has been adjusted for you as well. Let me see what else they got for them. All right.
The thing is, I want to add on that is that instead of putting on add-ons, how about you actually put forth of trying to catch scammers and illegals trying to play this damn game?
Well, that goes back to the topic that we were in last week, to where what they've done about that is they're creating a server to where all of the banned players, or if they've ever been banned from the game or etc., they're gathering all the banned players and the cheaters basically, and they're going to put them all in one lobby. So they basically get to cheat the best against each other. It's basically cheaters only lobbies. So that's what they're going to do with that.
I understand that, but they're banning a game,
which is a damn good idea, by the way.
But here's the thing, though. I mean, no offense, but what for? You basically playing cheaters against cheaters and saying, "Oh, I'm the best cheater in the world." And so, and then what's the winner? Get banned?
That's the concept. No, they're already banned. That's the point. They've already been banned.
No, but here's the thing, dude. I'm just saying. Think about this. If anytime a cheater comes and play against another cheater, like, yeah, I'm the best cheater in the world. You can't hack better than me. I'm like, oh, well, guess what? You just been banned for hacking all this stuff. Like, come on.
Right.
And it goes back to even like trying to teach a kid. You don't reward bad behavior, and that's what they're doing with that.
Really?
Yeah, that's what. Okay,
that's
why
what
would
you
you
would
reward
say?
somebody that's got a modded controller or a update in their Xbox, a program in their Xbox to cheat, and say, okay, well, since you're a cheater, let's put you in your own lobby with another cheater, and we're going to reward you and still allow you to play this game, instead of banning their gamer tag and their IP address, because they're only banning the gamer tag, so he can literally make a new tag and rejoin.
Yeah, like now
I think bad behavior.
Well, I think you guys. Well, if you see that putting all the cheaters in their own lobby, separate from the fair and straight up people that never been banned, never been, exiled from the game. If you think that is, their way of getting gifted for their cheating, I'm just saying you get. listen, you can't stop the cheaters anyway. Just like you said, they're going to find a way to get back in. So instead of banning them, just put them in their own lobby. I don't, because you can't stop them anyway. What do you say about that, Los?
One way or another, they have, look, just like you said, they have the power to come back and they have the power to take them out. As simple as that.
But what I'm
they
trying to
can
see,
do whatever they want to.
yeah,
But
I'm trying to see how is this rewarding them for bad behavior? How is that rewarding them? Is what I guess I'm not seeing here. I'm seeing
basically.
Go ahead.
But here's the thing. Hold up. But here's the thing. Just like what you just like Wade said, and we going back to the issue at hand. Money. They still going to keep money coming. They still going to keep the cheaters from going to keep playing.
That's
that
true.
way, they still making money off of that.
Right. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's a fact. That is true.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't
right.
matter to them. Oh, they're cheating, so they just going to keep playing. But Xbox or whatever the case may be, they gotta find we as Xbox players or PlayStation players or PC, for getting people that's going to cheat or whatever. We got to basically come together and find the people that's up for cheating, so they don't have to make the game a lot better. But at the same time, you can't help that sometimes. Because you're gonna find a cheater every now and then. You're gonna find every once in a blue moon. I'm not gonna say that you have to cheat to win. I get that. If you have to cheat to win, you're not a good gamer. I mean, it's fun to when you're by yourself and you whooping the game and you be like, oh, it's fun. Back when I'm gonna throw retrospect, like when you had the Nintendo and they had the Game Genie. And you was just had 999 lives and playing against on Contra and busting everybody up and everything else. Keep going and keep going.
Mm-hmm.
But now it's times where you making money off of games and you have to cheat to win. Nah, don't like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right, yeah. Speaking like the cheat to win, and that's another thing that we were worried about too. Is because with the game battles, the MLG over there. I mean, we still have not yet got any clarity or understanding if they're cheating over there. Now me and Wade have played some.
Long enough.
We played some live. Wait a minute. We have played some live tournaments. I played some live tournaments for money, and the competition was actually sustainable. It wasn't as difficult as the ladder. So I think that's what the ladders is to get us prepared for a live money tournament. I'm thinking because it's not that. Basically, what I'm saying is it's not you're playing non-cheaters basically when they're in the. It's just your skill has to match their skill basically, and you don't have to worry about any cheats or anything like that when you're playing for an actual live tournament. So I did notice that difference. It's just when you play those ladders, yeah, that's where the cheaters might be in game battles.
I understand that, but the thing is, if y'all remember, y'all been playing a lot. Before we started doing crossplay, there was less than half of the cheaters that we see right now. Once we introduced crossplay, you was able to get PlayStation, which is easy to hack, and you have a computer, which is the hacking, ground zero. Okay, and yes, I'm not saying you can't hack an Xbox. You can.
Right.
Okay, but the thing is when you start introducing 3 different modems to one play system, it's bound to happen. And the thing is I have still yet to figure out what the thought process is, trying to figure out, hey, let's all 3 put them together and play. But a PC should not be able to play with Xbox or PlayStation. That's my hands down opinion.
Well,
I'll play against a PlayStation all day long, but a PC is just unreal. They have systems that can outrun an Xbox 10-1.
Yeah.
My God.
So there is no, in reality, if you put 1 versus 1, the PC is going to win every single time. If you have the exact same game.
We had to, if you have a PC player, you have to use every mod or aimbot or any other sort to win that game just to match up. But it shouldn't have to be that way.
Well, guys, what I'm
The
saying,
thing is, it's not just
what I'm
little kids
saying
doing
is,
it anymore. It's grown men. That's
well, the thing is, when you're doing game battles, you do have the option not to play PC players, guys. We don't, so we don't ever have
but
to
if you're
worry
at a
about them.
pro gaming level, you have to crossplay.
No, not
As
in
we
game,
are.
not in game battles. No, it's not
When did
required.
that change? Because when we first started, you had to be this original.
No, it's not required.
Gotta play all
When you
platforms.
when you go into the app and before we go into a match, or even if I wanted to create a challenge, we can actually choose to play non-PC players now. So we don't have to worry about them in game battles anymore. Now,
my thing is, I wish that we could just select, to play PlayStation or select to play PC.
That's what I'm telling you, Ray. We can do that.
PlayStation,
are you referring to
the?
But if you take away, okay with playing a PlayStation.
Yeah, I'm okay with a PlayStation. I'm just a little iffy with PC.
All right, listen, guys. We can actually choose to play PlayStation and Xbox only when we go into an actual live game battles match. That's what I'm telling you. We have the option to choose.
When did that come in effect, though?
It was already in effect when we went the last match we played. We only have to worry about crossplay when we're practicing, bro. Yes, yeah, it was already in effect on the app. You just didn't see it because you wasn't making the matches. I was able to see it.
Well, yeah. Because you normally run the online, and I normally run practices.
No. This is with your Game Battles app. It's in there when you go to create a match. They're not forcing us to face off against PC anymore. Basically, is what I'm saying.
Well, yeah. I'm just wanna. I do feel like like Wade said. At any point in time, when we do play PC, they have an advantage over it because it's a lot faster.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Some people have good computers where it's so fast and all. And PlayStation and Xbox are like right around equal amount of like high proficiency graphics to where we can try to play against PC players or play against each other.
Uh-huh.
Now, I can say I'm not hating on the fact that we get to play with PlayStation people because I'm not gonna lie, I have a nephew that plays PlayStation and he plays Warzone or Plunder or multiplayer, and I'll play with him at any point in chance. But I have a couple friends that play on PC,
mm-hmm.
and they got the game, and
do they experience any? No.
I'm not saying they're cheating. It's just the fact that when they play, they actually, they don't like cheat. I'm gonna say it like this: I've been at their house one time and they played Call of Duty, and I never see them cheat.
Well, of course. Listen,
a
jacker is not going to show his hand in your face. He's going to wait till you turn your back, folks. Come on.
No, hold on. No. That's why I say I'm not judging on the fact that when he had a PC, and I'm up there watching him play.
Uh-huh.
I'm watching his hands. I'm doing everything he has. He's doing the clicking. He's doing the button pressing and everything.
You're watching his feet.
I'm watching his computer.
You're watching his. No, stop.
Yeah, I'm watching this shit as they go along. I'm like, what the frick that he's just like legitimately going faster than anybody else. I was like, he's like, fucking mod or anything like that. I think it's kind of fishy unless he put a code I didn't see it.
Right.
To go fast and shit.
What game was he playing?
He was playing Modern Warfare.
Okay.
But it was the one of them it was like one of them. I think he was playing Modern Warfare 2 on a campaign, and I'm seeing him. I'm watching him and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And why is he playing it? Like I said, I don't know how fast he was playing it. So, like I said, I've seen people go fast on the PC. I'm not judging, but I think, like I said, you got every now and then that play PC that are legit, and there's some that don't, take it beyond the level to go legit. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. They got to cheat, like I say, cheat to win or whatever. I get that. Like it makes it feel good to be on another level with other people that are actually elite players that don't cheat. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Yeah.
But, I mean, you can't. I mean, like I say, I cannot judge or cannot see the person that on the other side of wherever they are from worldwide. Like, for example, like people from Brazil or people from China or people from right around Europe or I can go on and name a few countries that played Modern Warfare. The fact of the matter is, to make a long story short, you're gonna have players that don't cheat. You're gonna have the players that's gonna cheat, and you're gonna have the players that's gonna aim by. You're gonna have your players on
all right.
Bottom line is.
All right, and speaking of that, let's get into our take on the first ever Team Deuce community tournament, guys. Wait, are you there?
Okay.
I guess we'll start with you, Wade. In fact, congratulations on winning the tournament too, Wade. That was a big win for you. So we definitely want to just get in a little bit more depth on what your thoughts about this month's tournament. Anything that you picked up for? I mean, from anything from how can we make it better? Did you notice any cheating or did you notice anything that could be, added to the next tournament that would be able to screen us from any foul play, perhaps, and just make the all-around tournament better? With maybe two different type of modes on the second mode to instead of doing a 1v1, you do a gunfight or something like that, and perhaps we could even make a team tournament where we have the top two teams of two face off against 6 other teams in the tournament too. So there's many things that we could do, guys, with the tournament. But I'm gonna turn it over to you guys to start. We'll give Wade the floor on his take, and also how does he feel about being the winner of the first ever Team Deuce Community Tournament? Wade, it's on you, man. The floor is yours.
Well, I'm not gonna sit there and say there was cheating going on, but there's some skeptical things that did go on. But the main thing is that if we put it on and we go through all the effort, just show up if you're gonna be there. If you say you're gonna put your name in the hat, then be there. All right, that's the main thing that I see with it.
Okay.
The gameplay was was excellent. I mean, you really can't get no better than that. I mean, there's 1v1, wrong with you, bro.
Did you expect that type of competition in a community that you, along with myself, built from grassroots? Did you expect that type of competition coming from that?
Yes.
The type of players that we have in the community.
Yes, without a doubt. Because no offense, we're gonna recruit lower levels, we recruit higher levels and everything else. But at the end of the day, all of our top hitters showed up, and that's really what I expected.
Yeah, that was beautiful.
I knew it was going to happen.
Right, that was excellent.
Okay, you had Carlos was number 4 that unfortunately got put out by Shooter, was coming third.
Well, he'll talk about that later. We'll talk about that later.
Yeah, Tachi put out Shooter, and Tachi come back with a win on me, and then I come back with a win on him to win tournament. I mean, ain't much to it, It's just when it comes down to the last 3 games, you always able to see it,
And so,
everybody was talking about, it was slow, but the thing is that when you have those type of players, I'm not going to run wide open on Carlos or you, and y'all not going to do it on me. So those 3 games took like an hour and a half between 3 games.
Right.
And I expected that. So, I mean, you know, when you get that far into it, when there's something like this, you don't come swinging. You don't come out trying to hit it with a T-ball bat.
All right.
You
So
plain and simple.
All right. So
and that's what me and Tachi done.
Yeah, you guys definitely put a hell of a show on out there. It was very competitive. I mean, it had me sweating. My balls are sweating for both of you guys on that match. So you definitely
I'll
guys
get
did
them
your
for
thing.
you.
So one last question for you, Wade, concerning the tournament. How do you feel that the next tournament will evolve, and how do you think that we could make it better?
Hang on, say that one more time.
I was just asking you, how do you think that the next tournament, how can we add to it to evolve it and make it better than the first year?
To be honest with you, within a community within ourselves, that's going to be hard to up that. I mean, even if you put gun game, okay, all right, it's going to be hard to play a gun game with a tournament like that. Okay, what are you going to go to up to 5? You know, and stuff like that, because that's the way we play with each other is completely different on playing a random team on the side of the road, because we know how we play.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I know how Carlos plays, Carlos knows how I play. That's going to be hard on that aspect.
Right.
And if you do teams like a 2v2 or something like that, man, ain't no telling where it's going to go.
Yeah. Speaking of that, who is
I want to add something to that.
Go ahead, Los.
Yeah, I want to add something to that. But coming back to which I do want to say congratulations for a successful tournament, I might add. Hosted by yours truly. I wish I was kind of a better. I wish I was a kind of better host in this aspect, but I held my own. But anyway, the fact that I watched the whole, from jump to the whole, from first to third, last of the tournament. Watched everything. I mean, I'm not saying I was skeptical, but throughout the whole tournament, it was excellent. I mean, I'm just glad everybody just showed up, because it was my main reason why I wanted to host the tournament.
So how did you feel? How did you feel about your performance in this year's tournament? How would you grade yourself, and what do you think you could do better on next month's or next year's tournament?
I don't need to get better. To be honest, the only thing that can be better is just keep playing. That's the only way. I can't.
I'm sorry. They ain't no getting better with us top players. I mean, there's not.
Yeah.
I mean, we just know how each other play. I mean, there's not. You're just gonna have to uproot and fire first. Mm-hmm. If you don't, you're gonna go down. They ain't getting no better between us.
That is true. And it's all about those attachments too. Those attachments makes that a little bit more dynamic than you if your attachment is a little bit better than the opponent. So and that goes for everybody.
Really. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to interrupt you on that, because it is not the attachment. Because me and Tachi flopped every class we possibly had in the last 3 games. It's just what combination you have and what the other one doesn't have. It's not a combination of a gun. It's with smoke grenades. It's with heartbeat sensors. It's whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, what the other person does not have.
That's
if
true.
Not running ghost.
Yeah.
You've got to catch him, the opposite opponent, when he's weaker, to slow down. Because if he doesn't slow down, you're going to get got. I mean, that's just the way it is.
That's a fact.
And just like Wade said, you got to outthink. Sometimes you have to outthink your opponent, because sometimes he can try to outthink you, and it's going to be the other way around. Because at the same time, just like you said, he could be running cold blood, or he could be running a heartbeat sensor, and you can't be able to see him at the same time. And so at the same, like, oh, I gotta find him. So he's up there blinking, he's up there trying to see where you at and everything else. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, I got him. But then next thing you know, he turns out all of a sudden and switches up. And then, oh snap! Now I gotta settle, because he's killing me like 3 or 4 times. Now I gotta come back and switch my whole loadout. and then come back and get like 3 or 4 kills right back at him. So, like I say, it's all in the aspect of trying to outthink your opponent.
Yep, because the damn sure ain't the classes.
Okay.
Because we all got pretty much the same classes, so you can't sit there and say, yep, I'm going to run the MP5 with this, this, and this, or I'm going to run the sniper with this, this, and this. No, it's what class the other person don't have right now.
Who's the feature 1v1 for tonight? Do you guys know who that is? We need to start putting the schedule together for that.
Shooter versus me and Shooter versus Carlos. They call Carlos out first, and he wants me.
Okay, so we get a double header tonight. We get a double header 1v1 feature.
I guess Carlos wants a rematch.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
that's gonna be awesome.
Everybody want a shot at Gunner. So, like I say, I have no problem with it. I'm always going to show what I can and what I do. You know what I'm saying? And everybody got. I'm not saying they have a beef with me, but they had to say because I told them I said I don't give a. You know what? I'm trying to keep it PG. I don't give a flying fish.
That's gonna be tonight, guys.
About it. So, like I say, if they want to come step up to the plate against Gunner,
I'm excited to see that.
Like the Rock say, just bring it.
All right, so
all right, hey, I want to make a call out. I call Carlos out tonight.
No, we already got 2 of them, Wade. You got to do that next week. If he takes your challenge, he has to take you next week. We already booked tonight. We got 2 features tonight. We got you going against Shooter going against Los. That's already enough right there. So, but wait, do you accept his challenge though, Carlos? Is the question.
Oh, come on! I know that one's a challenge. I ain't worried about that.
He knows, and it all dates back. It all dates back to how do I have to say this? It's our so to speak our Alabama and
rivalry
kind of rivalry.
Okay.
So,
all right. So if you accept that challenge, Los, if you accept that challenge, you guys face off next week at 8:00 sharp. You're home. Well, actually, Wade's home because he's the champion. Wade's home because he's the champion.
Okay.
But the thing is,
Wade gets home field advantage on you.
When it comes down to it, the thing is, in reality, the biggest rivalry right now within each other of our team is me and Itachi. I mean, Tachi's got 2 on me. I've got 2 on him. I mean, it's 2v2 right now.
Okay. Well, I only played him 1 time, and he only beat me by 4. So it remains to be seen.
And Tachi beat me by 3.
Oh, he beat you by 3?
3.
Okay.
He beat me by 3. There was then this show I was going to see. I was trying to keep it PG, but he let me say something. But anyway.
All right. So in closing, what we're gonna do, guys, is we're gonna tell you, and we want you to look out for the results of all of these matches that are coming up this week. We're gonna give you the results on those on next week's show. So make sure you stay tuned for that. We'll let you know what happened. Also, we'll extend and dive in a little bit more on the topics that we got at hand. Yeah, we're gonna keep an eye on the anti-cheating. We're gonna keep an eye out for if the updates are really working. Also, don't forget this weekend, guys. There will be double XP for the weapons, and you're gonna get double XP for tier progression this weekend. So definitely look out for it's double XP weekend too, guys. So try to get in there a little early, get your double XP. We should be streaming live tonight, so you'll be able to see that as well. Other than that, any closing statements from you, Los? We'll give you the closing floor first, and then we'll go to Wade, and we're out of here, guys. We'll see you next week. Los.
All right. I just want to close on this very good note. Next time around, we do have another tournament. I do suggest that if you like maybe a 2v2, you know what I'm saying? Just strategize on a tag team kind of thing. So
all right.
I want to look out for that. Might be a nice little spot on that one, but yeah,
that's cool.
Now I'll close out on that.
All right, Wade. Any closing comments for you today? We're gonna get up out of here.
Not really. Just stay safe in this retarded world right now.
Absolutely, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we're hanging in here. We want to thank both of you guys for joining the show today. We want to thank everybody up there that will be watching this live or watching this later at your own time. We appreciate you checking us out right here on the Tidal Stream. It's Steve Deuce.
Yeah.
We're back with another week.
We
We'll see you next
appreciate
week.
you.
Absolutely, man. We'll see you next week. And then check us out on Mix of the Night. We will be live Community Sundays. We're going to definitely get a little bit of multiplayer in there for you as well. So you can see how we rock, see what we can do with these new guns and new adjustments. Other than that, peace. Oh my God, it's Ty Deuce. And I'm out.
There you go.
All right. Peace, guys.